And we're back in Outer Worlds 2 with the Renegade Rosia. Well, turned Earth Directorate Agent. And we're on this Paradise Island. Why is it so dark? Possibly messed up last night by talking to this guy instead of her. But we shall see. Okay, first things first. Let's explore a couple of these places.
Commander, there is a 98.7% chance that hunting Agent DeVries will require greater amounts of ammunition than you currently possess. Ammunition can be purchased at vending machines or crafted at a workbench using materials like this collection of scrap metal and powder.
I can also help you craft items in a pinch when we're out together. Most won't even explode on you.
Jeez. Acquire more ammunition. Is there a way to track which quest I'm on? Or mentioned. The Saboteur of Paradise. So we've located her house. Here we go. This vending machine has better bloody things than he does. Repeating rifle. Repeating rifle. Shock machine gun biomass converter. Wait, these are mods, aren't they? How much are these? They're quite expensive. Oh, 2 times magnification. How much is that? 425. Oh, silencer. So, can you get... Oh, expensive base damage. Mods can't be recovered. Why not? Oh, I can't stop sneezing. Oh, this is on the on the helmet. Party upgrades. At the workbench, the party upgrade screen allows you to upgrade your companion's weapons and armor, improving their efficiency in combat and granting them more abilities. Each companion has 2 tiers of upgrades for both their armor and weapons, with each tier unlocked by obtaining that companion's upgrade kit, received by completing their quests. The companion's basic kit unlocks the first tier, and the advanced kit unlocks the second tier. Okay. Oh, now we're talking. Crafting ammo. How much ammo do I need? Oh no, it's completed. Fine. Okay. Find a way to open the lockbox. So we need 3 keys or something, right? Let's investigate. Actually, let's do the main quest first. Let's go investigate this house. Who's this? Santa Claus. Wanted, dead or alive. Protectorate drone. Okay.
Ectoplasm. Wait. Nope. Just taro excrement.
Oh. Which one was it? Red trim and round windows. Red trim and round windows. Red trim and round windows. Is it this one? It's not got round windows. It's got the red trim though, right? Yeah, red trim and rounded. Biomass grenade. Is it this one? Light.
Why choose just any choice when you could choose Auntie's choice?
Let's just check if there's more. That's the only one with. Oh, here's red trim. But it's not got rounded windows. Oh, here we go. Red and high society. Oh. Bloody. I didn't even realise. Messages to DeVries. Subject DeVries. You are to report to your post in the Information Input and Retrieval Department at 6:30 tomorrow. As I'm sure I don't need to tell you, every member of the Protectorate is vital to the whole, no matter how seemingly small and insignificant their role may seem to be. We expect you to conduct yourself as a harmonious part of the Protectorate. Glory to the subject. Subject to freeze. It is not unheard of for one to sustain injuries in the course of a spirited match of pitchball, even ones as serious as yours shattered femur and internal hemorrhaging. In my experience, however, virtually all cases can be traced back to overindulgence in Sovereign's Pride vodka. While it is an understandable misconception, such overindulgence does not demonstrate a subject's pride for their subservience to our sovereign. Fortunately for you, in the short time you've been here, your work has been nothing but superlative, so this will not add greatly to your demerits. Nevertheless, it is your duty to work through such injuries to be an example to your fellow subjects on how to put aside one's self-importance to elevate us all. Remember, we're all key components in the safety and success of the Protectorate. Subject de Vries, your recent irregular behaviour has been overlooked due to your exemplary work in the long years prior to the invasion. However, I'm not plagued by my predecessor's lack of character, which has reportedly now been rectified by a course of mental refreshment. Thank the Sovereign. And it is incumbent upon me to follow you up on the report that you were heard, espousing opinions similar to the precepts of the traitorous order. I am certain this is but a miscommunication in these somewhat confusing times. Do not let it happen again. Oh, this is where she was staying before, right? The scourge of unfettered capitalism has come to Acadia and brought with it the seeds of its own destruction. Their invasion armada excavated the rift anomaly which was naturally occurring. Oh yeah, we've already read that. De Vries submerged tracker. De Vries tracker appears to have been surgically removed and submerged in liquid inside this container, obviously in an attempt to disable it. Fortunately, it was still producing a weak signal. Savannah Lockwood. Savannah, your last missive stung me to the core. I can't believe you accused us of such. Yes, I am still in contact with Victor. The schism between the Protectorate and the Order is no consequence to us, but we are decidedly not whispering poison in each other's ear, and I can assure you the dark path you accuse us of going down is one of necessity, not choice. I never burdened you with the knowledge of the things I've done, what I've been forced to live with, but therein lies the rub. I find I can do so no longer. The time for action has come. Do you remember the cliffhanger and ending of the Sentinels vs. the Cult? Our Corporation's 6th chapter? One way or another, I fear we are hurtling towards the same inevitable conclusion. This is one thing I cannot allow, no matter the cost. Regardless, my time on Paradise Island is over. As we used to say, see you in the equation, my friend. How can you say you never burdened me with what you've done? You may have never shared specifics with me, but that does not mean I don't feel your suffering, Augustine. The invasion of Paradise Island is driving us all new levels of despair, and your last message has me fearing that it has pushed you to a place of madness. I'm begging you, forget that void-damned cereal and whatever it is you are planning, and please, please come see me before you do anything that cannot be undone. This ought to make you laugh. I'm holed up in the Old Order Chapel, of all places. Maybe because it reminds me of better days with you, me, and Victor.
My cover story has worked. I am safely ensconced at the Vox station, assigned to the lowly Information Input and Retrieval Department. Seems a colony so certain of its absolute control over its subjects can be less than rigorous when it comes to security. I was able to easily widen out a space behind the walls of the main control room to establish my safe room, giving me unfettered access to the communication transfer conduits. I have hacked into their system downstream from the security protocols, so I am able to infiltrate their entire system with them being none the wiser. While I have little doubt as to the success of our mission, trepidation still gnaws at me, though I cannot say why. Perhaps it is simply the normal mission commencement jitters. I thought my duties complete. Information gathered, reports filed, preparations made. I'd even created a fictitious identity and work transfer to Horizon Point Station well ahead of schedule, in order to keep anyone from tracking my movements upon commencing the mission. All that was left was the waiting. Or so I thought. Then, troubling information came to light. I've seen the numbers. I've seen the equations. While I don't understand all of it, I understand enough to know it is the truth. And I am the only one in a position to act upon it. though it means the betrayal of my team and the duty I swore to uphold. But can I? I did it. They are all dead. And I am still alive. I had not expected this. I had prepared no alibi, and so felt assured my ruse would be discovered and I'd not have to carry this burden. But the complete gullibility of the Protectorate subjects cannot be underestimated, it seems. My threadbare excuse of my grievous wounds as pitchball injuries was accepted without question. I can only keep telling myself it had to be done. Something which becomes harder by the day as the rift anomaly grows in the sky. But it was all part of the plan. Wasn't it?
She seems to be having second thoughts.
I can't believe this. Void me if I understand any of this. DeVries sold us out for what? Because of a few equations? Some dots and lines on a graph? Good fucking law.
Jeez.
She wasn't a damn scientician. She said it herself. She didn't understand all of it, the math. So what was she thinking?
I understand you're upset, but let's keep our heads here.
No. You didn't know her. Not like I did. Like I thought I did. Damn it. I never wanted to talk about this. I wanted to just leave it alone. Told myself.
No digging in the
point
past.
up the past. Should have known he wouldn't rest. DeVries may have saved me on Triangulum, but I wasn't the only one looked up to her. Lots of the other recruits talked about her too, back at the Academy.
What were people saying about her?
Y'all thought she was the pinnacle of what an agent should be. Tough, smart, ain't a job she couldn't get done. And better and faster than everyone else. Inspired all of us.
Must have been after my time. I don't remember hearing her name before Horizon Point.
Reckon so. Some might embarrassing how much worship we all put on her name. You put a tool in my hand, I would have built monuments to her. Figured my own career could be just that. Doing for others what she done for me. Never imagined I'd actually get to work with her. Me, some nobody from Triangulum. And then she betrayed us. Tried telling myself it was an accident, but now we've got the cold, hard proof it wasn't. Law only knows why she trusted the Order's numbers.
And then she betrayed us. The Order, the ones that had a schism with the Protectorate. What exactly is the Order?
The Order of this sin is just another sect of the Order of Scientific Inquiry. The grand plan and all that used to be part of the Protectorate before their big falling out. Believe they can predict the future or some such, but...
Oh, so she's fallen in with that, really.
Folks don't kill for the betterment of their cause. I can't believe the Order plotted our murder. But 10 years ago, I would have said the same about DeVries. I mean, she always struck me as so... pragmatic. Real sensible-like. Never figured she'd go all in on predictions from a bunch of monks.
I'm not surprised. Religion has been used to control and manipulate for aeons.
Done some good too. Even I can admit that not everyone following the plan is a fanatic. But when those beliefs start to require hurting others, even killing them, that's worth questioning their virtue.
And what's kept you going in all these years? Hope of revenge?
No, didn't even know DeVries was alive until she brought the satellite down. Until then, what kept me going was mostly training and stubbornness. And Val. But to your point, holding someone who's wronged you accountable for their actions ain't an act of vengeance. Some might call it justice.
No need to dress it up. I'd be happy to put a bullet in defreeze given the chance.
Right after we get answers.
Yeah.
Whatever her plans, she
I
started
agree.
putting them in place while
Good
stationed
point.
undercover at the Vox.
We need to speak to her first.
Our next point of order ought to be getting in there. Reckon there's got to be someone on the island who can help us with that. Let's keep asking around.
Okay.
Friendly like.
Friendly like, yeah. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't point a flashlight in her face. Okay, infiltrate the Vox relay station. The Vox relay is the most heavily guarded protectorate site in the region, and getting into it won't be a simple matter. Improve the mission's chance of success by seeking the help of sympathetic parties around the island. Let's try and get these smugglers. I have a feeling that might be useful. Let's see if she'll talk to us again.
What is it? Make it quick, yeah?
I regret to inform. Oh my god. It's just. Oh. It's just all just set up so that she can just send it for the thousands probably that are dying.
Never catch a break. Finally find a way to get ahead, and this happens. Swear, I almost had it this time. Everything all lined up. Easy mark, guaranteed moneymaker, favorable terms. Practically the recipe for success. Look like you've had your share of troubles. Ever had the perfect opportunity just slip through your fingers?
All the time. My last mission left a rift in space and cast me floating adrift in the void for a decade.
So you can understand my situation.
Pretty much, yeah.
I had just the thing to get me a fast-track promotion to lower middle management. Now you seem like someone who knows a good deal and wouldn't be adverse to helping me out.
And just what is it you need help with?
It's like this. I agreed to meet with a business associate to finalize a deal, but the location got set for Spire Grove. Problem is, you been outside of Fairfield? The funicular to Spire Grove broke recently, so I got no way to get up there. I'd break my neck scaling that cliff for sure. There's a long way around, but it's not for me. Why, the path there might be lousy with raptidons for all I know. It wasn't before, but mayhap they were just lulling me into a false sense of complacency so they can strike.
You were saying something about Spire Grove. What's that?
While exploring facilities to the north, my partner unearthed a heretofore unexploited advanced protectorate technology. Couldn't or wouldn't go into details, but he promised every household would want one, that it'd revolutionize the daily life of Auntie's Choice citizens.
Sounds like a jerk. How'd you rope him in?
Pitched him the dumbest deal I could think of. Told him I'd trade him my entire tossball card collection for schematics or a prototype. Said sure. Complete rube. Didn't even ask about condition. My Kelvin Tran rookie card isn't even ultra fine. Got a piece of nicotine chewing gum stuck to it.
You're in quite a bind. We could probably work out some solution.
Opportunistically leveraging difficult predicaments. That's the Auntie's Choice way.
Yes, it is.
I have a few bits I can offer you. Not much, but if it turns out a roaring success like it ought to, and I get a fat promotion, I promise I'll see you're taken care of later.
Well, okay.
Splendid. Go parlay with Jackson Plum up at Spire Grove. It's some kind of agricultural harvesting encampment southwest of here, near a mess of them rocky spires. He'll provide the agreed-upon schematics.
What's the fastest way to Spire Grove?
Well, the broke-down funicular is due west of here. Dexterous-looking so-and-so like yourself could probably scarp her up it in a jiffy. From there, it's just up the hill a smidge. So close, but so far away. At least for me, anyhow.
What exactly are these schematics? What exactly are these schematics? What exactly are these schematics are for, anyway? My brain hurts just trying to read that.
Truth is, haven't the slightest. You know the Protectorate have all the most advanced technology, though. Probably something straight out of an Aetherwave serial. Edible spacesuits, N-ray specs, matter translocation. It could be anything. If Jackson's all fired up about it, it'll be beyond comprehension, I'm sure.
Consider it done. I'll be on my way.
All right, then. Don't let me keep you.
Apple cider.
Perilous journey. Oh, that was one of the... Okay.
With a door this tough, they must be storing something good in there.
Yeah, guns, armor, probably some ammunition too. Honestly, Kemp ain't that much of a mystery.
You're thinking too small, Murph. I'd put money on the Protectorate stashing treasure inside. A whole pool of bits enough to swim in.
It's a constabulary, not a bank. And certainly not some kind of gold-filled swimming hole. Besides, these Protectorate lack imagination. Never had an original thought wasn't written down for them first. Like I told you before, it's probably just guns.
Guns are treasure to a certain type of
I guess
person.
you're one such person.
I've been known to favour a well-made sidearm.
You won't hear me complaining about the benefits of superior firepower. Say, how do you feel about explosives? We've tried everything short of skipping a ship through that door to get inside. Though, come to think of it, maybe that's not such a bad idea.
Sure. If you don't mind... Okay, we tried anything short of skipping a ship through the door. Oh. Sure, if you don't mind taking out all of Fairfield at the same time.
I'd love to see the quartermaster's face after turning her lamps onto that requisition request.
Fine, Skip drives out. Say, maybe we could commandeer one of them tractors out in the field instead. Oh, that could plow through the door.
Have you... Oh, no. Why is it so important that you get into the armory anyway?
In case you haven't noticed, we're in the middle of a war. And hard to say whether we're winning or not. Better question is why no one else is treating this like a top priority.
Is the situation with the Protectorate that dire?
In any siege, advantage goes to the defenders.
Yeah, true.
Right now, the Protectorate still has control of the bridge to the Vox station. That station is the key to taking Paradise Island. When, Officer Carr ever gets the go-ahead, we need to be ready.
What's preventing Carr from taking action?
Why do you want to know? What are you, some kind of spy?
Back down, Trooper. I'm sure our friend here is just curious. Still haven't gotten orders to, I suppose. Only person besides Carr who might know more is Commander Torres out at the forward operating base.
So do you want me to try and open the door now, or...?
Like it's just that simple.
Haven't you been listening? That door is sealed tighter than a Saltuna can. Nobody's getting through anytime soon.
A unique challenge requires a unique solution.
You sound like you've got something percolating.
I could solve this, but I have other matters.
Wish I had that excuse.
Guess we gotta start afresh. Can we untable that tractor meets door idea now?
Welcome, Sir Compliance Adjuster Villiers. Nothing hurts like stupid does. Void be damned, it's not as if running a side hustle inside of Auntie's Choice is complicated. It only requires exercising the tiniest bit of discretion and getting your dirty work done where people can pretend they don't see it. Mind, those 2 rules and I won't have to track you down, truss you up and send you back to the fleet in chains. And yet, that's just too complicated for the half-wit smugglers who landed one of Auntie's transports at the damaged landing pad and unloaded what were clearly contraband crates in the middle of the damn day. So now they're in the cell and I have an excessive amount of paperwork to do, and there's nowhere near enough commission on my bringing them in to justify the number of hours all this will take. Well, someone sought to ensure that my case against these smugglers in my custody was as solid as a bulkhead. My mysterious benefactor left me a stack of files that included a detailed list of other crimes they should be measured for, enough to add an eye-watering amount of bits to their arrest commission I'll end up collecting. Not only that, they also include craftily worded advice that taking them to the undisputed claim for judgment would be a boon to my career and my bit cartridges. So finding out who it was will have to wait until I return from delivering them to the undisputed claim. I have several likely suspects, including a cargo pilot and an acquisition chief, that both passed through here at about the right time, but my gut keeps drawing me towards the new greenhouse overseer, Emmeline Galloway. Can't rightly say why. Might just be that she's the only one still in town and I'm pulling for it being the easiest option to investigate. Even so, I can't seem to shake the notion that she's somehow in the mix with all these troubles. Interesting. Oh, I still want to steal that. But more importantly, I'd have to put the hat on. Why is the...
Leave me be. Have you two come to mock me like your fellow dullards? Perhaps if you rub together your only 2 brain cells, you might even come up with something approaching cutting. No. Wait. You're not some corporate simpleton, are you? On the contrary, you have the manner of an officer about you. Someone who understands the substantive weight of command.
And... well, I did lead a team, but that was a while ago.
From your tone, am I to suppose it didn't end well?
Well, I wouldn't have called the mission a success by any measurement.
Then we share that much in common. My last mission did not exactly go according to plan either, as my imprisonment no doubt suggests. Please, allow me to start over. I am Warden Sterling, dedicated servant of the Protector of Arcadia and caretaker of worlds, the Sovereign Henry Varick.
If you're a warden, shouldn't you be guarding the cell from outside of it?
I'm not that kind of warden. It's a title of distinction for those who serve in the Protectorate military, short for Warden of the Realm.
You wouldn't, I don't give my name out to prisoners, but it's nice to meet you, Warden.
Manners. How refreshing.
You wouldn't happen to know a way of getting to the armory, would you?
And if I did?
I wouldn't mind a hint.
So you would. but I am of two minds on the matter of providing one. You may hold no allegiance to Auntie's choice, but you are not Protectorate either. I think it best we end our conclave here. Be on your way before you draw attention to either of us.
Don't go into that cheap saloon if you got a lick of gumption. They got no tolerance for it. Why do you think I'm out here? Has nothing to do with my current and very temporary shortage of funds.
This Moon Man character of yours, is he some kind of off-world deity?
No, just sort of a mascot.
I see. So, can you give your undying manifest from the real?
I'm simply not credulous enough to I'd welcome you, would-be consumer, but we are not a retail operation. Please visit the various consumer locations around Fairfield for all your purchasing needs. I have far too many claims on my time to be able to cater to the curious at the moment.
This looks like a lot of work. Is it just you in here?
I was meant to have help, but they lacked the barest amount of gray matter it takes to keep from getting locked up by excessive corporate malfeasance. So I'm on my own here, breaking my back, trying to buttress all these vines on top of all my other jobs. Oh, the bits I wouldn't pay for some of those mechs the Protectorate used to work this place. So, is there anything else, or can I get back to work?
You handle all this by yourself, plus you have other jobs to do.
What? No, that's... I was just being sardonic. It's my way of saying I'm so tired it feels like I've got 50 jobs.
Security thinks you're up to more than growing plants. Care to tell us what's going on?
Really? Feel you're entitled to that information, do you? Nah, it's only a crime if you get caught. And you only get caught if you cause enough trouble that excessive corporate malfeasance has no choice but to haul you in. So long as you respect their boundaries, keep the right palms greased, and apply a bit of discretion, it's easy enough to do just about anything you need done. But since the original crew we sent here couldn't handle those 3 simple rules, it does so happen I have an opening for a well-paid accomplice. Interested?
Oh, very interested.
Wonderful. Your jib is exactly the kind of cut we could use right now. And I've got a whole cartridge of bits that's been waiting for someone to earn it. I'm part of Sub Rosa. We're a group of merchants, information brokers, and commodity traders who deal outside the systems most folk are confined by. We're the best way to get things done in anti-space if you're looking for profit. Want to buy it, sell it, move it? We've got someone to do it for you.
Buy it, sell it, move it. Required info not found. So you run the black market. Sounds good to me.
Isn't that just wonderful? I had no suspicion when you walked through my door that you'd help resolve the last of the morass Paradise Island has become for us. And all we need you to do is access Quartermaster Cardos's terminal and scrub any Spectrum vodka from her ledgers. It's already been resold, so having it in her system could become problematic. Expunge it, and I get you some bits, and the friendship of Sub Rosa all over the system.
Sub Rosa? So, why should I care about Sub Rosa's friendship?
Because we are the black market in Arcadia. Odds are, at some point, you're going to need something you just can't get legally. Then you'll be thrilled we're associated. Sub Rosa feeds that appetite to not just survive, but to thrive. And that's taking all of us places. We're more than simple opportunists. We are opportunistically driven. Trust me, For both short-term benefits and long-term prospects, you want to be our friend.
And what if I get caught?
It'll probably be nothing. She's just a sergeant, not someone who has any real pull. And I've already made arrangements with everyone who matters. So, if she catches you, about the worst she can do is a switch on the wrist.
All right, I'm in. I'll be back when it's done.
And I'll be waiting here with your bits.
So, journal, character, reputation, Sub Rosa. Sub Rosa is a group of black market smugglers and information traders that operate on the colony moons of Acadia. Okay. Mock apples.
So many rumors flying around about the rifts. The lab codes can't figure them out.
I should probably start saving more.
Keep 'em coming. I can do this all day. Gonna need a bigger storeroom for all these orders. Let me guess. Gun keeps jamming, armor don't quite fit snug as you like. State your division and I'll get you outfitted, quick and proper, or your next provision's free.
I'm not with Auntie's Choice officially.
Astounded the minister hasn't yet converted you to our cause. But in the meantime, I'll trade you my own bona fides for jotting down your name. All bits spend the same to me. As Chief Replenishment Officer, it's my privileged duty to furnish our brave troops with all of their wartime essentials. You could say I put the ration in liberation. Tell me what you need, and I'll do my ample best to supply you.
Let's see.
As a friendly reminder, all sales are final, especially ammunition.
Reclamation raiment. Biomass. Corrosion soak. Sharpshooter monocle. Sniper cloak.
Knew you'd be back. What do you need this time? Now there's an odd request. If you've got queries about my stock, I'm sure I can answer them for you. Wait one rat-gone moment. Did Ms. Galloway put you up to this? I can't for the life of me adduce a reason as to why a greenhouse manager would be interested in military inventory. What kind of plants are we growing in there? I forget to take off my gullible sign today or something. Not...
Injuries detected. How may this unit assist you, Commander?
Ability to marksmanship. Cora's war chest key. Corporate climber.
Go consume like a good consumer. Schedule an appointment if you need to talk to me.
How about I do my job, and you do
whatever it is you do.
Stop blaming the wind. Trainee Lindell, be so kind as to remind us all what the first rule of the range is.
Guns are weapons, not toys.
And do we aim weapons at colleagues or at our own unprotected upper stories, even in jest? Hint, we do not.
If you have to tell someone not to point a gun at their head, they're already in trouble.
The soldiers before you are former Protectorate subjects, mainly of the farming variety. No knowledge of combat. Scarce experience wielding anything deadlier than a wrench. They are accustomed to being told what to do, when to do it, and even how to think. A lifetime of habitual servitude is not broken in a day.
These recruits need to feel inspired. Mind if I have a word with them?
I'm not one to idle in the path of a good faith effort to accelerate education. The faster we can get more soldiers in the field, the better. There's just one problem. I don't know you. So, respectfully, I must ask, what do you feel qualifies you to give instruction to my recruits?
These shiftless sprats need the kind of hard lessons only I can provide.
Somehow I doubt you would restrict yourself to words. Respectfully, I must decline your offer.
God damn it.
Please excuse me. Lindell, you reload with a muzzle facing away from you. Away. You've returned. I don't suppose you're here for instruction yourself. I'm not aware of any invasion. We are here as I understand it must look like violence, but listen to any of our ex-Protectorate colleagues speak up. Thank you. Please don't think me rude for abbreviating our
What the hell?
The target's not on the ground, recruits.
Guns are weapons, not toys.
Put it in a memo.
Eyes open when you pull the trigger. You can't shoot what you can't see. Stop that scrounging around.
How can I cause a distraction?
Business is always good when a war's on. What do you need this time? Good eye. Though I'd say they're better than nice. Got more armor than a hammer claw, but better flight handling than the old clunkers we used to stock. If things had turned out differently, it might be someone else standing here, while I'd be off piloting one of those beauties.
What's stopping you from pursuing that dream?
Don't have the aptitude for flight, apparently. But this role suits me fine. I like the upward mobility, in the metaphorical business sense, I mean.
I'm not very familiar with dropships myself. Could you show me that one over there?
I heard you got the bug, huh? Huh. All right, come on. Let's give you a quick tour.
Oh, terminal. Oh, God. Where the hell am I going to get that? Replenishment terminal key card. Replenishment terminal key card.
Protectorate folks must have been bored out of their skulls before we showed up. Now life in fair.
Boy, take this terminal and trash it. If you're about to blast me about fixing that void-forsaken terminal, it'll have to wait. I'm entitled to a break like anyone else. It's in my contract. I triple-checked.
What do you do around here when you're not on break?
I'm a technician. I've been getting pressure from folks up top to deploy these Protectorate drones to the military camp on behalf of Auntie's Choice. The drones are ready to launch. All that he's doing is fixing their targeting priorities so they mark us as friendlies. But I can't breach the terminal's security protocols.
Wait a second. Yeah. I was attacked by drones near Fairfield. Are you sure you even want to deploy these?
Drones are only as dangerous as their programming. But it's a moot point anyway. These ones ain't gonna shift on their own anytime soon. And that there's a problem. I know it probably seems like we're up to our ducks in troops, but half of them are ex-Protectorate trainees who can't tell the business end of a rifle. We need these drones.
If the stakes are so high, why aren't you at the terminal? Is there anyone more? If the stakes are so high, why aren't you at the terminal right now?
Been key mashing all day. Surprised my fingers ain't stumps at this point. It was as simple as putting in the time, that'd be one thing. But it's a bit thornier than that. These Protectorate systems aren't like ours back home. Trip the wrong switch and you get locked out. Have to start all over. Ask me how I know.
Like they say, if at first you don't succeed...
Have another smoke?
Yeah. Damn right.
Sometimes you gotta get away from the problem in order to solve the problem. That's what I'm doing. I hope.
Is there anyone with more experience who could help you?
Guessing that means you're flat out of ideas? Figures. Not that I need the help of some Protectorate townie, understand, but... I might have heard my predecessor was odd-jobbing it around town these days. Magnus, I think his name was. Bet a fellow drone operator like him would have some insight into all this... perplexity.
Say no more. I'll go see if I can find him. Oh, bounty terminal. Drone swarm.
People think I got ejected from the saloon because I'm 3 sheets to the wind. Well, maybe I am drunk. Drunk on bold ideas.
Introducing Auntie's new line of specialty drinks for the discerning consumer.
What is it? Make it quick, yeah?
The prodigal freelancer returns. Do not leave me in suspense. The information, do you have it?
No. Oops. Where would they... I love how they put Auntie's face on the statue.
A lot of fresh blood in the talent pool around here with these protectorate defectors. Not sure how I feel about that, except that I hate
I see a huge opportunity for us in Fairfield. There's zero competition, and welcome to the name-pending saloon, purveyor of spirits and stimuli. What'll it be, stranger?
Intoxicant facilitator.
Why, sure. You'd be surprised how much loose talk and idle speculation occurs around here. What, between them protectorate defectors, finally able to speak their minds, and all our off-duty Auntie's employees carping about work and the war. Any particular topic you have in mind?
What's with Auntie's choice? I thought Auntie Cleo's and Space's choice were separate.
You're asking me for the particulars of a high-level corporate acquisition. Like
Fair enough.
an in-depth accounting of the various parties who vied for control and who won out in the end? They merged. Rebranded. Auntie Cleo seems in charge now. Dunno. Do my best to steer clear of corporate intrigue.
Who's in charge up at Vox Relay?
Vox Station's run by a brigadier by the name of Montelli. Sounds like he's as much a danger to his own troops as ours. Real piece of work, even by Protectorate standards. Reportedly enamored of show trials and summary executions.
Any word about the situation up north? Anything someone headed that way should avoid?
Tell you one thing you can't avoid. The bridge. No other way around it, and at present, it's held by Protectorate forces. We have a small contingent of troops bivouacked nearby. Forward Operating Base, they call it. Minister Milverstreet's blessed with the gift of gab. Swear he could sell bypass shunts to a Raptidon. Ain't one of them falsely magniloquent types, though. Sincere fella. Shares command of Fairfield with Acquisitions Officer Carr. She's blunt and murderous. Two traits Auntie's Choice highly prizes in a commander of corporate forces. To say they have differing approaches to leadership is like saying, gee, suns are hot, whilst being incinerated in a solar eruption. My pleasure. Got anything for me in return? Apologies, but tall tales and poorly formed fabrications failed to impress me much. Here I was hoping you'd have a good story for me in exchange, but oh well. Not ever. That is an ensuing step on my 19-point business plan. At present, my top favorites are 1. The Drunken Haggler, 2. Accessories, 3. Absinthe-minded, 4. The Fair Shake. Now tell me, which would make you spend your hard-earned bits here? Well, that's what we'll call it then. I'll tell future business partners we did extensive outside testing. I can now check off step 18 of my business plan. Reckon so. Here's what we've got.
Oh, you must be one of my copious direct reports. Rest assured, I'm time for another performance review already. Apologies, I'm still applying the required elbow grease to scour these surfaces, just like a novice facility sanitizer should.
Okay. Oh, right, this is the guy. You're formerly a drone operator, right? I need help bypassing security protocols.
Why, of course. Once a drone operator, always a drone operator. Just enter this code and you should be able to circumvent any lockouts.
Oh, great. You just saved me a huge headache.
Thank you for making me feel like a vital cog in the system again. Well, now I better get back to cleaning. The only good employee is a useful one after all.
Yep. Don't betray, she provides. Don't put bits in the enemy's pocket. Only buy from reputable anti-choice vendors.
Our target audience here
Pick up pitchable cards.
People who want to forget their worries, and sometimes their names.
I thought there was a... Where's the terminal? Or maybe it wasn't a terminal.
You ever find yourself too much disposable income? I got plenty of ideas on how to dispose of it.
So where do I find this thing? What's this? Can I put a waypoint yet? Okay, let's go figure out what this thing is. Oh, talk to this guy first. Or should I just put the code in? Access security protocols. Reset target priorities. Set anti-choice to friendly, protectorate to horror. Return to root. Subject.
Wowee, look at him go. Drones launched and no one dead. I'd say this calls for a celebratory smoke.
You're welcome.
Say, maybe we don't mention your part in all this to Carr?
Fair enough.
Truth be told, she's taken issue with me as of late. I could really do with not looking the fool again.
I'm in a good mood, why not?
You're a real pal. You will definitely be getting a high score from me during the biannual peer review. And before you go, take these. Reckon they'll come in handy to someone of your expertise.
Not really, because I can't bloody use them. Okay.
We're saving these protectorate types from absolute oppression. But who's saving us from these void-blasted rifts?
What the hell's that? Yeah, why choose any choice when you can choose Auntie's choice? Is that a robot dog? What the hell's in here?
Would pulverizing them suffice? No, I couldn't liquefy them. Apply heat and congeal them into kibble no beast could resist. Oh, Ethel, darling, you're a genius. Approach with less haste next time, won't you? Copernicus may be tame, but he still doesn't take kindly to being startled.
Why don't we start with introductions? I'm Rosia.
I am Ethel Tinsley, chimeric scientist. I'm responsible for taming this delightful raptidon here. He will protect our fair town from his feral brethren in the wilds. Theoretically. Officer Carr has been in a state waiting for me to train the raptidons to, maul on command. It's rather pressing, and alas, one scientist turned tamer can only do so much. One might say I'm perhaps a bit on edge. Folk here have grown weary, shall we say, with the war effort, and with avoiding Carr and the minister's would-be fisticuffs.
Sounds like a typical corporate management structure to me. Oh, I'm well acquainted with Carr and Milver Street's antics.
If you too have spotted the chasm between them, I fear the Protectorate have already pinpointed the way with which to exploit it. I'm unused to the way things are done here, I suppose. The Protectorate leadership never behaved in such a manner.
I'm unused to the way, why can't... Oh, she's Protectorate. And how would you know about that?
Well, because I was Protectorate. Once. I defected to Andes the second I could. But that's not the point of this conversation. Not when our leaders cannot reach an accord. One wishes to woo Protectorate subjects to our ranks. The other wishes to secure a decisive victory with weaponry and technology. As for which approach is best, I wish I knew.
The minister's in high spirits now that I've agreed to help him.
I see. Well, I hope his spirits may be sustained. I have grown fond of the minister, but I cannot help but wonder if he fully understands how proud the Protectorate are. It takes great courage or desperation to acknowledge the wrongs of one's society, and even more to leave it entirely. He may find that courage to be rarer than he thinks, or perhaps he will manage to prove me wrong with his powers of persuasion yet again. How I would welcome it in this case.
Let's talk about something else.
Very well. I ought to focus more on my work than on social tensions anyhow.
Well, very well. I ought to focus more on my work than on social tensions anyhow. Tell me more about taming. You said something about. I'm curious.
Well, I was a subject once. Despite my talents, the plan dictated that I should be relegated to programming cleaning mechs. Bah. But then, Auntie's Choice came along and offered to transform our lives for the better. I chose to accept. And look where I am today. Over the last year, I have climbed the rungs of my division through the sheer merit of my work. I have finally earned the respect I was always due.
Suppose I can't blame you for taking pride in your new station.
Ah, so you must understand what my position exemplifies and why my work has become my pride. When I embraced Auntie's, I was given latitude to better myself. My dreams and abilities were my only limit. That's the beauty of Auntie's Choice. Everyone can make of their lives what they wish. Ask any of the other Protectorate subjects who converted, and they'd echo my words. When one can allow their ambitions to show, that is true freedom.
You speak as if Auntie's Choice saved you.
They did. I was in a dreadful state before the invasion. I fear I was close to disappearing myself. The Sovereign claims to provide for all of our needs. But without freedom and autonomy, I could not find happiness. In any case, I do hope I've satisfied your curiosity. The war effort and liberating the rest of the Protectorate waits for no one, you understand?
Tell me more about taming Raptidons.
I work directly with Officer Carr and her soldiers to ensure they're outfitted with the best Raptidon counterparts Paradise Island can provide. In theory, they'll be trusted to guard our most precious assets, including our leadership. For now, they deter encroachment from wild Raptidons. It's most agreeable.
I hope this doesn't hurt any of them.
Trust me, they are safer here than out in the wilds. I have been reprimanded thrice now for undue pampering. I would not be here if this experiment was still causing needless suffering.
I'll be going now. Dude. First, I want to thank you for always being so kind and such a great listener. You have been immense assistance to me in the past few years. I wrote to you today because I admit I'm a bit at a crossroads. Is it reasonable to be among a society for so long yet to feel so separate from it? Try as I might to feel one with Auntie's Choice, it's as if I'm donning a costume. I wish I didn't feel so. Any advice you have would be much appreciated. Your friend, Ethel. Ew. Oh, is this it? God damn it. I need to get better at looking.
And over there, you see, the fuselage has been modified to endure the
No
pressure
way.
of repeated entries, which is... but listen to me blathering on.
Tell me what you need, and I'll do my ample best to supply you. No one here but you, me, and several...
Lovely. Oh, I didn't check the vendor, did I? triple barrel. I should try out the shotguns. Shock barrel. I haven't even used this yet, have I? Wait. And schemes. Oh, can I? Can't teleport there. What the hell is that? Oh, that's the Vox relay. What the hell?
I suppose it was only a matter of time until we were discovered. Though what an odd thing to die for. Apples.
Oh, are these the apples? What are you talking about?
Is that not why you've come? Because you discovered our recent larceny at the greenhouse?
Actually, stumbling upon you was a complete accident.
How coincidental. When we've finished here, your fellows will call your death the same.
Why would you ransack the greenhouse?
The greenhouse's stolen bounty offered a healthy alternative to gorging ourselves on that vending machine poison. Alas, I was spotted on 1 or 2 forays.
Your hands are shaking and you stink of old sultana. You're starving, aren't you?
I am merely quivering with rage over this insulting interrogation. And that scent you so subtly pointed out is the aroma of noble effort. Foreign to you, I'm sure. Enough! We know what is expected of us, and we have readied ourselves to meet death in all its personas. Have you?
What the? Stand back.
You did me a big favor here. I knew someone, or something, had been absconding with food from the greenhouse, but never in a million skips would I have guessed it were stowaways. Huh. Guess I had this mystery all wrong. Small part of me was hoping... Nah, never mind. It's downright foolish.
I won't judge, tell me.
I lost a friend in the invasion. A good friend. Thought maybe all this was her trying to send me a message of some kind. Like I said, foolish.
Sounds like she was really special to you.
She was. Yeah. Oh, that feels good to say aloud, even if it hurts too. Romantic entanglements ain't exactly encouraged between troopers, especially in the same division. Supposedly compromises our decision-making in the field. But I digress. Thanks for your help. And for listening to my languishments. Glad someone else might remember her now, too.
Oh, level 4. What are we going with? Do we get 2 guns? Or do I do this again? Or do I get something else? Maybe if I do 1 gun, 1 science, 1 gun, 1 observation. Oh, a new perk though. Oh, I did it again. I should have waited. Commando. Damage with shock. No, we don't want that. Rapid recharge. After dropping 10% or less. Dropping 2. Ooh, 500% for 5 seconds. Or do I go while using your tactical time dilation? When using tactical time, you gain an increased invasion. N-ray scanner. Ooh. Let's maybe not get... Let's get rapid recharge. Just because that N-ray scanner sounds good. And maybe it'd be best not to get stuck with slow-mo. Mock apple.
I'm practically a detective now. Wonder what other mysteries around here need solving.
Very observant. So observant I missed the quest, but finished this quest. What? What is this? It was that made me confused. Sentinel Lorenz. Oh. Scrap of paper. Contingencies. Administrator code. Twice this week. Locked myself out. Oh, I thought I'd get double the XP.
Emmeline will be pleased not to have to worry. Have to worry about her fruits and such going missing anymore.
Auntie's choice.
Hello again. You get that inventory issue sorted?
The Quartermaster's terminal is one large shipment of Spectrum vodka shorter.
How grand. That officially mops up the last of the mess from the buffoons that came before me. And, as promised, my good fortune is also your good fortune.
Well, thank you.
And while this might be a tad fewer bits than you were hoping for, remember, you've also made allies that you'll find all across Acadia. Just keep watching for paintings of a stylish yellow rose with a split black circle near the middle. Like the one you passed on your way in. Find that rose, and you find Sub Rosa.
Makes sense. Where's the rose? Am I blind?
What's the fastest way to climb the corporate ladder?
Healthy improvement.
Do your immediate supervisor's job better? Make them look bad? You could also cross them off if all else fails.
Nearby Order of the Ascendant Chapel. Okay.
Nothing's against the law if you don't get caught doing it.
Haven't I already got short rounds? Where are short rounds? Compact rounds. Oh. Ooh. Compact and short rounds. Okay, let's go out. Do some exploring. Kill some people. The usual. What's in here? Distractions. I've begun my work here, the Buffoon Cowell. Obvious smuggling operations to resume Emily. Oh, it's Emily's house, okay.
Ask them defectors if they miss anything about Protectorate life.
10 bits, they said community.
Yep. Commute.
I know I've been pushing to find DeVries, so this might seem a bit of a left turn, but void it. I'm just gonna ask. Got an old friend here on the island. The doctor who patched me up after Horizon Point. Ex-Protectorate, a good man. Tracked him to Westport a short time ago, but never got up the nerve to visit. Reckon we could drop by and pay him a visit? Brief one, of course.
Good idea. I'm 10 years overdue for my annual physical.
I'm being serious here, Commander. Could you try doing the same?
Yeah.
I had some bad years on my own. Now with you here being part of a team, this might sound a mite soppy, but I feel like I could be a proper agent again. That starts with writing accounts. This friend of mine, Zebulon Tran, I let him down. And I've been chewing on that live wire for a while. Too long, maybe.
What happened between you two?
After I recovered from Horizon Point, Zeb and I ran together for a spell, doing what we could to help folks in difficult spots. fighting protectorate tyranny in small ways. Too small for Zeb, as it turned out. He was unhappy before I showed up, and after, well, all my directorate talk fired him up even more. I had my orders. I was to stay low. Couldn't let the Protectorate catch wind of an Earth Directorate agent in its midst. But Zeb, he kept pushing to take more extreme action.
Never would have guessed that there was resistance to the Protectorate from within.
Resistance is a mite strong. It wasn't like he was part of some greater movement. He avoided speaking out of line, but he was already spinning up discontent by the time we met.
So what happened?
We worked hard, but the Protectorate's arbiters and sentinels worked harder. Often than not, our help only made targets of the folks whose lives we were trying to improve. Didn't matter what we did. Acadia was still caught under the Protectorate's boot.
You're trying to do the right thing. That's what an Earth Directorate agent would do.
I expected you to see it that way, given all your talk of trusting no one and looking out for myself. But maybe we've both done some growing since then. Anyway, things weren't good. Zeb and I couldn't find the rhythm we had before. We were arguing every day. Eventually, cutting ties just seemed for the best. Clean like. Only later I learned Zeb hadn't given up the struggle like I assumed he would. He got to stay in mental refreshment for his trouble. That's the last I heard of him. Till recent.
No time like the president to make up for past mistakes. Let's go see your friend.
Much appreciated, Commander. Promise, I won't be making a habit of pulling skeletons out of my closet. Westport's on the east side of the island. I tracked Zeb to somewhere on its outskirts, but never got up the nerve to visit before now. We ought to start there.
Okay, affirmative. Oh god, he's all the way over there. Let's follow the road.
Let's keep your lamps lit for wildlife.
Hostile wildlife. Familial classification of Raptidon. Detected ahead.
I swear that wasn't planned.
Confronting threat.
Stealth grass. Thick grass hides you. Okay. Oh, corporate troop. Oh, this is the forward base, isn't it?
Slow down. Schultz went where? Schultz! Anyone got lamps on Schultz? Anyone? Void be damned. Sallying into the wire like that with nary a wish in her pocket? What was she thinking? Did I not make clear our orders to hold the line here regardless of provocation? Should my instructions have been more robust? Perhaps assisted by pictures?
I'm afraid there's more bad news, Commander. She also took Scrabbles, sir.
Would that he'd done her more good. Seems Calamity has claimed 2 good soldiers today. You there. I don't normally sanction nameless passers-by giving ear to my private discourse.
Don't mind me, just passing through.
Whatever your purpose, I feel a contractual obligation to warn you against setting a heel past this base. If you go any further, you go alone and at your own peril. No Antis forces are permitted beyond the forward position upon pain of disemployment and possible litigation. Our orders are to sit and mind the store for as long as need be.
Holding the line this close to the bridge is an impressive feat.
It is difficult for me to accept such laudations at the moment, given recent losses. But I suppose you make a fair point. By steadfastly holding the line here, we forestall any retribution the Protectorate would seek to inflict upon Fairfield. And we will continue said watch until orders change.
I heard your subordinates mention a Scrabbles earlier. What is that?
I'd thank you to affix some ballast to that name when you speak it. Scrabbles has been integral to this unit's success for years. Outsiders may see him as a toy, but we've bled alongside that stuffed sprat. He's damn near family. Schultz obviously knew the risks and hoped he'd protect her through the minefield. Alas, even Scrabble's power has limits. Still would help morale to get him back, though.
Schultz obviously knew the risks and hoped he'd protect her through the minefield.
I'll pardon your skepticism given your lack of acquaintance, and say only this. Before you depart, a final word. Stay out of...
I understand your concern for the troopers, Commander, but pestering me for updates on their condition only delays my work. Treatment takes time. Unfairly or not, the bullet of a moment often requires months of repairs. I can only operate as quickly as the body can heal, and with respect. I am rather too short-staffed to be stepping anyway every hour to message your nerves with empty platitudes. Rest assured, when I have an update, I will share it. Babylon, I must once more press upon you my empathic opposition to this mystifying saucisse. Just today, several of my able bodies were injured repelling yet another Protectorate sortie. The base is now at a third of its prior manpower. A third! Further diminishments are bound to happen the longer we are forced to squat at the enemy's doorstep. You know me, Babylon, I cannot abide idling while the enemy plots. Although my previous petitions have met sound refusal, I hope you will give this third appeal more consideration. Permit me and my troops to assault the bridge, and I will deliver the rest of the island to you within a fortnight. That is a guarantee you can take to Auntie herself. Bodies on the Protectorate continues to mock us with our dead, leaving them exposed to our sightlines. War is often full of indignities. Oh my god. But seeing my fallen comrades displayed in such a loathsome manner froths my blood. If only I'd been able to take the bridge when we first invaded, like I'd aimed to. Babylon reamed me for good for pressing my advantage when she'd given strict orders to the contrary. But had I been successful, her tune would have sweetened, I'm certain of it. It has been months now with no change in perimeter, only a steady deterioration in morale. I plan to petition Corps a third time to let us forge ahead, seize the bridge, and bury our fallen. While breaking my fast this morning, First Officer Schultz approached me with a plan to end the barbaric exhibition of the bridge. Perhaps I ought to have disabused her of this notion outright, but I confess I was curious and let her present her strategy. It surely couldn't be any worse than what we tried during the invasion, utilizing a raft full of explosives to breach the wall. I still maintain this was an excellent idea regardless of the outcome. Rather swiftly, I recognized my error in having such a relaxed countenance about the matter. Skulks wants to traverse the minefield during a protective shift change and cut the bodies down. I've scarcely been subject to a more reckless and foolhardy endeavour, and did not mince syllables about it. One might best picture her reaction as akin to a kicked candied pop. I still feel rancid about the entire exchange. After all, I share her frustrations, but best not to let such wild ideas go further than talk. Please guess password. Chosen Man, a memoir. While I had faced many tribulations in my long, illustrious career, serving as commander for the forward operating base presented my greatest challenge to date, as I was forced to contend with a supercilious superior whose arbitrary orders made not a lick of sense. Fortunately, such tyrannic supervision did not dissuade me from speaking my meaningful engagement with the enemy. The bridge, which had henceforth remained unmolested since our initial scrap, fell within an hour once I gave the order to charge. After such a lengthy period of inaction, we caught the enemies unawares, as had of course been part and parcel of my grand strategy all along. The chapter continues below in an unedited wall of text that would make all but the most avid reader's eyes glaze over. Constant Victory, the true story of Emil Torres. Becoming Auntie's Favourite, a memoir. Silent machine pistol. Should I find Scrabbles or... Let's find Scrabbles. Oh right, I was going to do more saves, right? This clipboard is filled with rough cartoon sketches of a sprat participating in a variety of non-spratted kid piloting a drop sprint. Oh Jesus. Do you mind if I have some ammo, Torres? So my observations are high. Will that let me get through it? Ow. He's just casually walking. Oh, one idiot. Oh. I'm the idiot. Oh, evasion grants you... it's Alto Worlds to DMCA.
Inspiring sponsorship boost you to the top rung, plus all the news that's fit for listening. This is Wireless Free Arcadia. This just in, a field report from the Office of Competitive Analysis. Ooh, this sounds important. Better pay heed. Threat assessors have adjusted their risk tables for the Arbiter Training Facility, jewel of the Protectorate's military portfolio, northeast of the landing pad near Broken Spire. Although only a skeleton crew remains, the facility's automechanical defenses remain operational and quite lethal. Approach at your own risk, and only if your supervisor can readily replace you upon your likely demise. Well, you heard it here. Best of luck to anyone.
No, he went off to relieve himself, but I reckon that was a handful of hours ago. You don't think he took it literal, like when we told him to jump in a rift, do you? He couldn't be that literal. Could he? I mean, it is Gary. I heard Torres fought off 50 Raptidons back on tower.
I see you haven't gone and blown yourself up yet.
Well, technically I did. Give stuff Sprat. I think this might belong to you.
I'll be spaced. Scrabbles!
Scrabbles!
Hardly the worse for wear! You've no grasp of what his return means to this unit. Scrabbles was originally a gift from my daughter. He fought with us during the Consolidation War, and has seen this squad through every hard deployment since leaving Tau Ceti. He's also packed with some of the finest grade stimulants this side of legal. Here, for your trouble. Livener like that comes in handy when you're in a pinch.
With this stimulant in your system, the Protector of the Bridge won't stand a chance.
While we appreciate you returning Scrabbles, you'll not provoke me into a course of unwise action if that's your aim.
Carol is holding you back. She knows you'll surpass her given the chance.
Far be it from me to speak poorly of a superior, but I have pondered over her choices as of late. She's been sullen about sharing her strategy, too. Still, however brightly my star burns, I remain in her orbit. She is my superior officer. I defied her once, and I received the verbal tanning of a lifetime for it. I will take action when action is appropriate.
I will take action when action is appropriate.
Appropriately the next time we speak.
Jeez. Inhaler primers. Primers are special tools that synthesize healing medicine for your inhaler. Which is the inhaler? This one? No.
Now, Now, a catchy pitch for Auntie's products you
Here we
simply
go.
can't live without.
So this one's heals 300 over duration. Ooh. Toxicity 90 though.
The Chum Bar is made from the finest coagulated slurry of both animal and vegetable byproducts.
Including but not limited to borscht entrails, sprat organs, salt tuna skin, nanopeels, and tobacco and husks for the perfect combination of crunchy and chewy.
Try it today.
And buy an extra bar to share with a chum.
Right. Moving on. Alrighty then. It's well past time for more merry melodies.
It sounds like it's behind me.
Special selection from Auntie the Musical, the all-singing dramatization of Auntie's inspirational origins.
The other day, I stumbled into the right-wrong list on the ACS Undisputed Claim. And who did I see riding with me? The self-made market legend herself. Paragon of do-it-yourself. Slayer of unlucrative bureaucracy. Highest rung on our brave new meritocracy. I saw my opportunity and I took it. I said, Auntie, a moment of your time. Have you any tips for a bottom runger who's lost on the climb? See, I tried my best to urge her because I rose before the merger. So all full of confidence, I asked her, why do I suggest it? And this is what she said to me.
How do I change the music?
Will only leave you sinking. Listen, child, and take it straight from me. This term, self-betterment, makes you one.
We're closed. Did you not hear me? This place is closed. No learning today about how everything happens according to the obscure calculus of an indecipherable plan.
You're a friend of Augustine de Vries, aren't you?
Why are you asking? Who are you?
The people she tried to kill.
By the architect. I had no idea. I wish I could say it was unbelievable. I was afraid she was becoming a danger to herself and to others. But this is horrifying.
Yeah, imagine how we feel. Why don't you tell us where she is so we can make sure she ain't being a danger to herself or others?
Let them talk? This is difficult for her, Niles. Let's let her explain what she's talking about.
The anguish she always seemed to battle with, I fear it may have finally overwhelmed her. And could likely be what's driven her to her present course of action.
So I'm guessing she never talked about trying to kill her team.
No. But even not knowing the details, I could see it troubled her. I haven't seen her since before the corporatists invaded the island. I'm afraid she's going to do something terrible, but I just don't know what. Maybe none of this would have happened had I not introduced her to Victor.
Victor's the guy who you accused of her of conspiring with, right?
How did... You saw her terminal, didn't you? Victor's an Order archivist. We were all friends for a time. But then, shortly before the schism, they started talking to some others inside the Order. That's when things became tense. I started to become uneasy, scared, really. She kept getting angrier with the Order the more she worked with Victor and her other contacts. On top of everything else, it became just too much for me.
Did she ramble on about the Sentinel versus the Coulter Corporation serial a lot?
Among other things. For some reason, she was obsessed with the cliffhanger ending of Chapter 6. It was the one where capitalist fanatics brought complete destruction upon Arcadia. But you know how it works. It was somehow miraculously saved at the beginning of the next chapter. Didn't matter to DeVries, though. She just kept going over it and over it. Would have talked to a Crabble about it if there was no one else to listen. That and the invasion itself set her mind to dark things. I begged her not to go down that road again.
Again?
She was so agitated when I first met her. Must have been 7, going on 8 years ago now. She never slept, didn't talk to anyone if she could avoid it. After we became friends, she began to change. Still bothered her from time to time, but I thought it mostly behind her. I couldn't watch her go back to how she'd been. Or worse.
Is it true that the Order somehow helped, how did you two meet?
We became friends when she... well, she saved me. I'd said something without thinking. Must have been distracted. We all know to watch every last word we say. For some reason, she interceded on my behalf with an arbiter. And she convinced him he didn't hear what he actually did. No one does that. Void, I didn't think anyone could.
Was she part of the Order?
We all were, originally, before the schism. But she never gave it up, even when it became illegal to even mention their name. Which was surprising with how angry she seemed to be getting with them, even as she was deep into scheming with Victor and the others. She even continued to sign her messages, "See you in the equation." It's all so confusing.
What do you know about what she was doing at the Vox station?
What do you mean? It was where she worked, one of the Protectorate's communications hubs. She didn't speak of it much, at least to me. She may have spoken to Victor about it.
Seems like knowing her was unsettling for you.
She ain't the only one.
It's difficult to explain. She spoke about things in unfamiliar ways. I felt her words to be freeing, at first. But slowly, I began to feel unmoored, doubting everything I ever knew. She said learning the truth of things was worth it. But now I question whether her truth was just more of her penchant to sow chaos, no matter who may be caught in her schemes. Some days I wish I'd never listened to her at all. Others, I can't help but miss her. Even with everything.
Know a little something about that, too.
Did you ever see her again, Savannah?
I did try to. Once. After the corporatists invaded Paradise Island and took over Fairfield. They seemed to let anyone in there. Some boisterous fellow even tried to recruit me.
Was she there? Did you talk to her?
No. Nearest I could surmise, she'd left just prior to the fall of Fairfield. I'm ashamed to admit, I did break into her safe. She used the same code for everything. 15-778.
That is Agent DeVries' identification code, Commander.
She said it had some meaning from her previous life. I'd hoped she'd left something for me, but the safe was empty.
Is it true that the Order somehow helped Aunties invade, like the Protectorate is saying?
No. But it had to be someone's fault, right? The Protectorate couldn't possibly have failed to safeguard the colony. Then they had to answer the accusations the Order leveled at them.
This is all fascinating, but I have to find her before she does something drastic. Goodbye. Savannah's journal.
I know I've no right to ask this of you, but when you find her, please remind her of who she used to be. She's unwell, but I know there's still hope for her.
She's definitely... Oh. Okay, I'll see what she has to say for herself before deciding anything.
That's all I can ask.
Where would her journal be? How is there? Oh. It's the Sprat. Should I go here? South.
Agent Ibarra,
Do you... Can I increase the,
You failed to take your daily supplements 3 days in a row. Vitamins are a vital tool in aiding wound healing and achieving your long-term health goals.
We've talked about this, Val. Ain't polite airing folks' private health information in front of others.
If oral capsules are not your preferred delivery method, suppositories may be a viable alternative.
suppositories?
All right, I'll take the damn supplements.
Jeez.
The normal ones. And maybe
Okay.
I'll examine your courtesy settings while I'm at it.
That's definitely making that drop. What if we put on the old ray tracing? That just kills it.
This stretch runs between Fairfield and the Eastern Forward Operating Base. North appears an old abandoned chapel. Dang, I ought to be charted.
So it's the shadows that are causing all the drops. Oh no, there's stars.
careful of friendly fire if you head down past the farm. Last time we wandered past, they opened fire on us. A real code 472. 472 means they're gonna fill anything that moves full of holes.
Where is this? Anti-choice biomass weapon workbench. It appears that someone gave up halfway through a project. You have all the ingredients and parts needed to easily create several biomass grenades. Using the parts available, you take the work to its logical conclusion, creating a batch of biomass grenades.
If you're wondering why there's so many engineers sitting here on their rears, it's because the dang Krabbles ran us out of the desalinator. Now we're stuck here on standby wages.
Word is Milver Street is ordering a watch on the Protectorate survivors in Westport. Once any change is reported. I hate that kind of work. It always sounds like so much effort. That kind of thing ain't even on my contract. Milver Street is offering bits rewards for anything of import we can tell him. But I do love
Scout
it.
report.
Come on, friend.
Yes, sir. Looks like the repair center is still out of order, sir.
Okay, just gonna go grab a drink. Okay, so let's explore some of the Protectorate area. What's that? Okay. Okay, what's... is that a... That's a bug, isn't it? Not a bug, but, you know what I mean. Oh, look at this guy. Sorry I tried to shoot you. What's this? Should I go there to unlock fast travel? Oh, this is like a tram system. What the hell?
There must be at least a few usable parts in here. Aha! Ah, it's warped. Just like everything else. Hello there. You wouldn't happen to have found any usable parts in all this debris?
Just bits of scraps, nothing complete. Can I ask why?
Westport's stockpiles of replacement parts are nearly depleted. I need to find some parts to convert some of our automechanicals, non-combat parts. Fortunately, there's nothing here that's salvageable. Auntie's bombs sure take their toll, don't they?
Where was this? What exactly are you trying to convert your mechs to do?
Let's just say to fill Westport's needs. If you follow the road heading north, you can't miss it. Used to be a sight to behold, but the war hasn't been kind to it. To any of us.
Such is the way of war.
True enough. A few years ago, I couldn't have imagined us running short of anything. And now here I am, digging through scrap for parts. But I digress. Was there anything else? Need to get back to my hunt, you understand?
Where was this convoy of mechs headed?
Unless I missed my guess, this looks like it was transporting damaged and malfunctioning automechs from the Vox station to the Automech Repair Center to the south of here. The center is Say, you don't work for Antes, do you? This is beginning to feel more than a little like you're digging for intelligence.
Yeah, I assure you I'm not.
Fair enough. As I was saying, the Automech Repair Center is south of here. Regrettably, subjects of Westport no longer have access to the repair center, hence my need to scavenge.
Were all these damaged by Auntie's attack?
No. The bomb certainly took a fierce toll, but I suspect these were all in various states of disrepair even before Auntie's offensive, which has made sorting out where to begin my efforts here rather difficult. There should be a manifest somewhere, but it's nowhere to be found. Nor are the troopers who should have been escorting this. Or their bodies.
Perhaps the escort turned traitor and set the bombs themselves.
These were stalwart defenders of the Protectorate we're talking about here. Not the spineless stumblewits that comprise the forces of Auntie's choice. No. Some other unfortunate fate has befallen them. Could have been any manner of terror brought upon us by Antes.
Been a pleasure, but I have to go.
Likewise. And please inform me if you happen upon any usable parts.
Oh, poor resident. Let's just get this fast travel. Okay, yeah. We'll do that and then head back to Westport first. I feel like we probably need a quest for that. We'll get some information from the town. Yeah, I think number one priority is find out what the Protectorate's up to. See if maybe there's an alternative way to get into the Vox station. Vox relay. Auntie's Choice brand distress signal.
This? Yes, you. I am trapped inside the research lab at the former site of the Eden's Bounty Agri-Center. You must help me. You must. My subordinates have become homicidally irritable, though remain unaccountable for their actions. Find me in the renovated grain silo. Help me formulate a cure. Hello? Calling out to any random, non-kill crazed passerby who can hear this? Yes, you. I am trapped inside the research lab.
Yes, me.
Former site of the Eden's Bounty Agri-Center. You must help me. You must. My subordinates have become homicidally irritable, though remain unaccountable for their actions. Find me.
What do you mean you're leaving?
Help me formulate a cure.
Oh, dangerous.
Shift's over. I have a life outside this place, you know.
A life? Outside our lab? No. No. Audacious advances requires commitment. Absolute commitment! Commencing termination!
Be advised. Physiological cues indicate acute cantankerousness in nearby armed guards. A stealthy approach is suggested.
In the renovated grain silo. Hello? Calling out to any random, non-kill crazed passerby who can hear this? Yes, you. I am trapped inside the research lab at the former site of the Eden's Bounty Agri-Center. You must help me. You must. My subordinates have become homicidally irritable, though remain unaccountable for their actions. Find me in the renovated grain silo. Help me formulate a cure. Hello? Calling out to any random, non-kill crazed passerby who can hear this? Yes, you. I am trapped inside the research lab at the former site of the Eden's Bounty Agri-Center. You must help me. You must. My subordinates have become homicidally irritable, though remain unaccountable for their actions. Find me in the renovated grain silo. Help me formulate a cure.
I probably shouldn't be killing them, should I?
Hello? Calling out to any non-kill crazed passenger. This is you. I am trapped inside the research lab at the former site of the Eden's Bounty Agri-Center. You must help me. You must. My subordinates have become homicidally irritable, though remain unaccountable for their actions. Find me in the renovated grain silo. Help me formulate a cure. Hello? Calling out to any random non-kill crazed passerby.
This lab technician is deceased. Interrogation unavailable.
Distraction.
Recommended course of action. Access nearby terminal for more information.
Have become homicidally irritable, though remain unaccountable for their actions. Find me in the great silence. Help me formulate a cure. Hello? Calling out to any random non-kill crazed
Biomass pistol.
Yes,
Memo to staff. I, your humble product envisioner, want to thank every single one among you today. When we first arrived at this facility, it was literally a barn in here. We've seized from the Protectorate a modest-use agricultural land holding, a rundown old farmhouse and barn, a few harvesters, a seed silo that leaked when it rained. Whoever thought such a meager farmstead could be transformed virtually overnight into the most innovative research center on the entire island? Let me tell you, I did, because I believed in you. You did, because of your deep trust in our shared vision. That's how together we make audacious advances. So, this next batch of samples could be interesting. They were taken from a nearby spire with a distinct red colour. Its colour comes from a species of red plants indigenous to that area. It releases many of those red spores which colour the surrounding landscape. There's nothing else like it on Paradise Island. I have them laid out for our initial examinations, which I'll commence after lunch. In the meantime, I'm submitting all raw data. As you are aware, our important work here at the lab is being hindered by a handful of incompetent, quarrelsome, wholly irredeemable personnel who become a liability on our quarterly reports. Nothing I would transfer such resource draining... PAP. Concealing ruse much appreciated. Confidential manner.
Passerby who can hear this? Yes, you. I am trapped in.
Find the personnel. Oh, God. Leaders and bosses, particularly tough enemies, are noted by their health bar.
Why is this door open? Isn't this lab meant to be secure? Doesn't anyone else have standards in this place?
You want high security? I'll give you high security! Rolling up my sleeves.
assist with Agents Happening. Sorry, ain't ready yet. Emergency protocols.
My favorite. Ready to waste. The idea is to kill them before you die.
Good progress.
How are you still upright over there? Look at a few crooks low.
Ah. Okay, that's not going to work.
Why is this door open? Isn't this lab meant to be secure? Doesn't anyone else have standards? Did you have an appointment? What's happening?
Oh, they're going to spot me, aren't they?
When following the rules ever get anybody. It's like the rules are just a guide for what not to get caught doing. And all this is just sloppy.
Because I took action on all my action items.
Oh, skills. I don't know if I should get some sneak. There's got to be a way in, right? Here we go.
protocols.
Is there one up? You knew here, previous self. Waiting. It's not a mistake if someone else takes the blame.
Why does each and everything have such a goddamn
6 horrendous death screams since you arrived. You must be affected as well. Could it be? You seem an honest-to-goodness rational human being, unhindered by bloodlust, unshackled from their basal ganglia. Well then, by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, under Outbreak Provision 5A, I hereby press you into service to aid me in our present crisis. I, Elmid Ormsby, Product Envisioner, Department of Proprietary Methodology and Audacious Advances, am your interim supervisor.
You want me as your new assistant? Employees here don't seem to survive that long.
Yes. Tragedy has befallen a number of my subordinates.
A number?
I will trust you not to make light of such heart-rending events. But back to the exciting news about this incredible new opportunity. You working for me, as an aide-de-camp of sorts, on a brief yet no doubt exhilarating assignment.
I'd need to know specifics before I agree to anything.
Our lab had been researching the red spores that grow nearby to see if they might contribute to future Auntie's Choice products. As per usual, we threw precaution to the wind. A local spore sample interacted with a wonderfully preservative-rich diet of Auntie's Choice personnel, inadvertently leading to a chance reaction causing profound irritability. To a somewhat homicidal degree, it would seem to appear. By that measure, our work here could be considered a moderate success.
You must be visionary scientists to succeed in such haphazard fashion.
Well, of course. Succeeding in a haphazard fashion is one of the first courses taught to Auntie's Choice students in any field. But yes, I am something of a visionary. You see, our lab is a far cry from the others. You're part of something bigger here. The individual not only thrives, but shines even more brightly with the help of their brethren. It all requires a certain devotion. In the end, it's really quite in the best interests of everyone's careers. A rising tide raises all boats, as they say.
That sounds perverse. What's our next move?
Well, it should all be rather straightforward, yes? I suspect we'd use a top-down indirect coronium synthesis method, don't you think?
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh dear. It's occurred to me this might benefit to some extent from medical training. Are you perhaps someone well-versed with pharmacological matters? Apologies. I do tend to assume everyone has a doctorate. No matter, if you are capable of following simple instructions, I'm sure I can guide you through it. Tremendous. Well then, before we roll up our sleeves and determine what's needed, any questions?
What do I need to do?
We'll need two things. Fresh samples of the red spores and the findings from the expedition that originally uncovered them. After that, an antidote should be possible in relatively short order, with your skilled assistance, of course. Fresh spores will be key in the formulation of an antidote, as will the particulars and analysis from the expedition. Spore samples may be taken from a red plant indigenous to an area of tall rock formations northwest of here, ingeniously referred to as the Red Spire. The research team's findings are on a terminal in another building on these same grounds. A satellite lab to this one, if you will.
I'll be off then.
Once we have an antidote firmly in hand, we can save my remaining colleagues, so best not murder them all in the meantime.
Oh. What about that? Well, I haven't murdered them all, so.
Typical Auntie's choice. Moving fast and breaking things.
Ready to assist with agents' health needs.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Oh, advanced decryption key.
Goodwin here. Field report update. We are approaching the Raptidon Den. These beasts have exhibited excessive irritability as of late. We endeavor to determine why. Surely the red spores aren't to blame. Wind-borne spores lack the catalytic agent of our food additives. Only way to be certain is to gather a stool sample. Simple enough. A routine task for the Audacious Advances field team. Quiet now as we approach the rap's nest. Certainly the spirited variety will offer... Oh, no! Oh, okay, we need to run now!
I like how high-pitched her voice got. Adrenatime.
Foraging time's over. We should have what we need.
Utilize transaction drawer. It's probably going to be quicker to walk, run. What the hell?
Commencing combat-related activities.
Maintaining battlefield stamina.
Oh, where do I get the chemical counteragent from?
Ah, my most favorite, least homicidal subordinate. How's all our fieldwork progressing? Absolutely gorgeous. Look at you. And to think I just forcibly coerced the first gormless dunderhead who walked by and
Jeez.
found you. Lucky me. Now, first things first. Place the data cartridge in the drawer for me, right here, in the slot below my intercom.
I feel like this is bad. Chemical counteragent.
Insert that data cartridge for me. Haha. Allow me to give this a cursory eyeball and... perfect. I'm sure we have the correct neutralizing agent here in the lab. I'll nose out the exact compound within our chemical reserves in 2 shakes of a rat's tail.
Guess you're not overly surprised about the effect of this chemical
It's a
agent.
textbook example of the medulla oblongata wagging the cerebellum. Although, frankly, there's a plethora of ways to stimulate the reptile brain into such a flurry. None of the previous methods were anywhere close to being this commercially viable. But where there's a will, there's a way to make a profit. Honestly, this whole process is 1 part scientific testing, 2 parts improvisation, and a dash of pure, undiluted panache. Exactly what we do best. But it's only a matter of time.
How's locating that counter agent coming along?
Normally, I'd say perfection can't be hurried, but... there. I have determined the ideal counteragent. Here you are. Place it and the spore samples into that synthesizer. Enable the device and it will beget a working antidote momentarily. Return with it directly as soon as it does, if you please.
This formulator is well worn and has been routinely used to combine various chemical substances. With the right ingredients, it can be synthesized antidote.
I cannot wait to put this entire sordid affair behind us. Though in the end, this should turn out to be quite a lucrative day. I saw you working the chemical synthesizer. I presume you were successful in creating an antidote?
Not so fast. I discovered some troubling accusations about you in one of the terminals.
Oh, please. Reject cynicism. Reject negativity and allegation and lies, right? I mean, let's. Choose positivity. Whimsy. Delight. Those are the waters I want to swim in, not mired in that sort of swamp. I feel that so much, don't you?
I get the distinct impression you're trying to change the subject.
Well, sometimes sharing the benefits of research also means apportioning some degree of the danger, offsetting accountability to others, sharing the blame. Why, it could have been me out there, you know, had I been simply another unwitting, unknowing participant. Thankfully, I benefited by having advanced knowledge of what might occur, and safely situated myself here.
I think you should accept responsibility here.
Well, I mean, did I play fast and loose to produce results quickly? Of course. We're Auntie's choice. That's how we operate. Did I turn the lab itself into an experiment? Meh. Research is an ongoing cavalcade of ethical dilemma and outward regret. At the end of the day, the only rule Auntie has is don't get caught. But you won't tell, though, yes? We're still chums, though, you and I, having come through so much together.
Let's just get this over with.
Wonderful, wonderful! Knew you seemed a bankably reliable sort. All right. I am activating the air filtration system. There. Should only take a few moments for the antidote to circulate. Everyone still alive should be right as rain shortly. Marvelous. You'll find your remuneration in the chest behind me. My supervisor will hear of your actions. Oh, and before I forget, I, Omid Ormsby, under the power granted me by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, hereby free you from impressed service to Auntie's choice. Be seeing you.
Hello, and goodbye.
Don't even think about disrupting the marketplace.
Well, that's not the first time I've blacked out and lost a day. I miss anything?
Questionable. Okay, I think that's it for now. I think I'll be back later and shall head over to the West Point, do Niles' character quest. Till then, see you around. Have fun.